Hey man, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel, man, and go ahead like this video. Want you to comment down below if you're rocking with Young Dolph, if you're a PRE fan or anything like that. Let me know where you from, and let's get into it, man. So look, guys, you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title by now, so you already know what's going on, man. So let's go ahead and speak on this, man. So we got Moneybagg, yo, and Finese2tymes fighting to be the #1 spot in Memphis right now. So they fighting in their music, they fighting in the Instagram posts, they fighting through the social media. Sometimes they might even be pulling up to random places. They might pull up to Makedas, they might pull up to the show and try to let them know that they're around town now. So everything that's been going on, it's a big feud. A lot of fans on both sides going at it, a lot of fans, man. But at the end of the day, we all know that it would have been Young Dolph, the king of Memphis. And so when you look at it, the dynamic changed, guys. It's a big chess game, man. And these chess pieces being moved around is what we need to pay attention to, guys. And so basically when you see that Finese2tymes, how he's doing good, Moneybagg Yo and them, they kind of fell back. They got to strategize and see what the rebuttal is for them. In the meantime, Finese2tymes gonna eat up, get his bread, might get signed to somebody else. We don't know if Gucci Mane looking, because we seen a lot of Gucci Mane artists come out of Memphis too. Like, you got to think about how Finese2tymes got signed to Gucci Mane, and you got other artists too that in that down south area. So Gucci even taking a look at it, man. And so now what people are saying is Yo Gotti ever gonna come out and address the fact that, you know, he was making money off of Moneybagg Yo stealing dude's flow? So at the end of the day, if Yo Gotti's the one who owns the label, he's the one that's gonna have to end up cutting the check back, man. So people looking at Yo Gotti a little funny, the whole industry looking at Yo Gotti a little funny, like how he allowed that to happen, and he had firsthand knowledge, man. He knows Finese2tymes. He used to see Finese2tymes when Yo Gotti used to live in the hood and everything like that. He used to see Finese2tymes growing up, man. He knew what it was. He never, tried to get in his way or step on his toes. But they understand that, you know, both of them are very capable of doing some things and with the connections. And so Finese2tymes is not to be messed with. And, you know, he understands too, he's not seeking he's not seeking a beef for Yo Gotti, but it is what it is. If it just whatever comes with the Moneybagg Yo situation, that's just what it's gonna have to do. And if Yo Gotti feel a type of way about that, then he just has to feel the type of way. Unless he's gonna do something about it, it's up to him, man. And so Finese2tymes and his people, though, they're making sure they get the respect in Memphis. They want to make sure everybody knows Finese2tymes is a household name. They're trying to keep the image clean, just, talking about getting money, supporting all that kind of stuff, not trying to like showboat and this and that, keeping it real. You know, Moneybagg Yo and them, they be doing all these crazy video shoots where it's unrealistic stuff. Like, they definitely don't live that lifestyle. Like, none of these guys, like, they dropped that song where they all in the military. Man, I guarantee you, Moneybagg Yo and them are not actual soldiers. And so that just goes to show you, like, they're trying to put in their videos a certain way of portraying themselves, like they have to make it look so they're extra tough or they're militant or something like that, man. But in reality, man, Moneybagg Yo be giving piggyback rides to his other girlfriends and things like that. He go to the nail salon and stuff like that. So, a whole lot of Young Thug type of stuff that he be doing. When you go on and you see Young Thug doing certain things like going to the nail and getting the hair done and all that kind of stuff. So Moneybagg Yo, he's on the same move. We see it on his IG. Finese2tymes, on the other hand, he was counting money. He was going into the studio. Finese2tymes literally did an entire day in the studio, didn't come out. He had so many people. All of his closest friends came out and they watched him and listened to him in the studio, just putting in work. Because having the people that, supported him from the beginning, being there, meant a lot to him and made him go harder in the music. And so these next songs that Finese2tymes is about to drop, they're going to be pretty much very full, complete songs that have little meaning, stories behind him. You're gonna hear the pain. You're gonna hear the situation how he went through. You're gonna hear his story. You're gonna hear about what he's going to do now and how he's transitioning to this lifestyle where he's now out and free and being able to get all the bread that basically opportunity that had passed him from years prior. And then for him to stand up for something and basically do this for Dolph, do it for, because he knew who Dolph was in that city, man, and he listened to his music before all this whole thing, man, back then. Yeah, exactly. And so same situation with Fabo Gold. So these type of people, they're going to be basically, standing for something, putting that behind the music and kind of taking it to the top. And whether they got to do it on their own or if it's going to be a group effort with a label, we don't know yet. And so only time will tell. But you know how they were raised out there, they got to get it on their own in the meantime. And so if they learn anything from Young Dolph, it is to just keep working, stay independent, turn down the $22 million deals. You could turn it down, you could do what you want, you could sign, but you got to deal with the consequences and the repercussions of your actions at the end of the day, man. So, guys, that's what's happening in this whole light. And then basically on the side here, everybody looking at from the sidelines, like Big Moochie Grape and them, and Blac Youngsta, and Blac Youngsta might even be released. He's really not producing any income for CMG, and that's just the bottom line, man. And so they might go ahead and just release Blac Youngsta, make room for another new artist coming in, because it's just too dangerous for Blac Youngsta. He's basically banned from every venue in the country. They can't do anything to get their label paid off of a Blac Youngsta show. His mixtapes wasn't selling like anything, and he hasn't had any motivation to go into the studio and drop anything. They had to beg him to get on that military song, Steppers. They had to please get on this song. We'll even come out to LA and do it for you and this and that, But man, so Blac Youngsta could be his final days in CMG. So it's gonna be a crazy situation when you see the breaking news come out that says that Yo Gotti finally released him and cut ties because he signed a contract, and the contract was supposed to go, I think it was 6-year contract or something like that. And this is it. This summer is when he signed it, 6 years. So it's about to be over, and I don't think they have plans on re-signing him. He's gonna end up being a free agent. We don't know if anybody else is willing to take him, so he might have to just kind of go under the radar and do some underground work for now, man. And so he's got a lot coming up, and hopefully, people are prepared for what's about to happen. And in the meantime, he still has that whole Rico situation because Blac Youngsta was part of the whole Makedas and Young Dolph Feds Rico thing. And so when CMG finally makes that decision, that's going to play a big part in it because that's going to decide whether if CMG released Blac Youngsta, he's probably going to tell on him to clear himself out of the charges in the Rico for Makedas. And if they might. So that's why I think Yo Gotti has kept Blac Youngsta up until this point. That way, when he goes into the interrogation, because CMG is still paying him, he's gonna speak good on the name, and not rat out on Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo and all the other people that's involved. So, but we'll find that out next on the next video. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like the video, go ahead and share it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do all three, and I'll see you on the next one.